So I'm here with the SENA Prism. The camera's upstairs, but we don't need it for this demo. And what I did, so I made a SENA mounting bracket work with the GoPro. As you can tell, it's a GoPro because it has that ridge down the center there. And here's my GoPro. Fits in, unclip, pulled out. So you're saying, well, how does this go in there if there's that ridge, right? Well, first make a cut. I used a good old trusty file. It was close to the same width. I just went pretty much put the file on edge and dragged it towards until it cut a groove in. Remember, there's two tabs really skinny that stick up. One's there, as you can see. That's what remains of it. First, I actually went and filed those off. Then I pulled this towards and filed it down to the right depth. And the reason why I used a file, not a Dremel, which I do have a Dremel, is, you go slower, more control, you're taking off a little at a time. Now this back tab, I don't know if you can see that or not. It slightly sticks up above this, just slightly. Now, the next thing you do, because then that puts the groove in, then you can start that. Oops, let's put the file down. You can take that. You'll have to pinch these in pretty far, but they do pinch in. It does allow it to slide. You'll get to that point until it hangs up on, we'll call them the wings. These guys out here on each side. But it slides over the hump. It gets started. So then what you do is you come back, you take your trusty file, and you start dragging this right there. You put it along the edge and just keep doing that. Both sides. Try to be somewhat even with that, right? Because that has to somewhat be centered up. So once you get that all filed down, you keep checking, rechecking, eyeballing it, how much more, and then you'll get to a point where it slides right in. And it's attached. That is not going anywhere. It clips in the back. It's tight from up and down. Because the problem I thought I would have would be these little, as I'm calling them, the wings, are shorter than the GoPro. I thought, well, dang it, I might have to melt some ABS plastic on there, build that up, then use the Dremel, kind of grind that back down, just get a slight raise. But I think because I left this slightly, you can't even notice that on camera. If you can, good. I can't on the display. But leaving that just slightly, when that, let's see if we can get that. When that is being pushed in at the last little point, it pops up. And it's in there. It's in there real good. So, if you got a SENA and you have GoPro mounts on your helmet and you don't really want to add another mount, I couldn't simply add one here because I couldn't slide this in from either direction. I could add it sideways, slide it in, and then adjust, but it's like, well, then now I have two. Plus, if I put the helmet lighting on, now I have two more. It just becomes ridiculous with all these various mounts. So, they gave a few of these in the Prism package. So I was like, well, I'll take one of those, because, right, they gave a couple, so if for some reason it doesn't work, well, I'm only down one piece. And then I would just do that route and live with it, right? But if you want to not have so many mounts laying around or on your helmet, go this route. can see. I mean, it fits. The cutout's the same. I wonder if wink wink they kind of did that, knowing that, you know, to modify this would be pretty easy. And I'm not trying to get around from buying SENA parts, because I'm sure they want to sell you more mounts and stuff like that, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm sure they recognize GoPro is the biggest game in town. Most people have GoPro. People that are going to be trying SENA, you know, are going to be comparing it to the GoPro. So, I mean, I don't think they're idiots. I think they know what's out there. And, you know, probably just to get around the patents, they had to make it a little bigger, different type of tab in the middle, you know, sticks down versus... But it's easy enough, it's close enough that it works. So, and plus, if you're now in a jam and you can only find GoPro mounts, well, that's all you have to do to get one of these to work. So hopefully this helps somebody. Please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos. Thank you for watching.